throw the chickens, take them
Yeah,
somewhere and sell them in exchange for yarn, and then she make the clothes.
that's right.
Oh my, mm, I didn't
I
know
said,
that.
I'm so glad I got all that learning.
Oh,
And no, yes, indeed, so glad I got it.
mm.
But see, children these days don't know nothing about it. Even you. You don't know nothing about that. Or do
About
you?
about what?
What I just told you about how you got around and all of that.
Yeah, I know how to use a car.
Before you got to a car. Before you got to a car.
No, I've always had car. We always had car.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, they didn't have it always. I remember when they got that car.
Oh my. So you raised up in church, and did you, when you came to Baltimore, did you immediately start going to church in Baltimore?
Not immediately.
Uh
I
huh.
found a church at.
Uh huh. So when what church? Tell me about your church life in Baltimore. When did you first tell me about all that?
Well, we would go around visiting churches until I found one where we lived on the Ashland Avenue. Got an apartment on the afternoon after me and Rory got married. That's when we found the church, and we was living right up the street from Faith Baptist Church. We in that same block where Faith Baptist is, and we started going to church was right there, and we started going to Faith.
Uh, so that's been a long, long time.
1953, I think it was.
Mm.
When I started. I joined one year, then Rory joined the next year. Moved my membership from Blue Wing to Faith, and he was from Lawson Chapel to Faith. He joined in January, where I joined in November.
So you've been there 70, 72 years at Faith.
I've been there that long.
Yeah, that's what I just added up. Yeah,
Well, I
72
joined
years.
in '53.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. Now, if you were to tell somebody about why it's important to have a relationship with God, tell them why that's important.
It's important because he's the one that have you to do everything you do. He's the voice, your voice, movement of your hands, and everything. We can't do nothing without him. Not a thing. Can't do anything without him.
How? Now, what about going to school?
Hmm?
How'd you get to school?
That's where you walk.
You walked to school.
You walk to school, yeah, because you had to go right back over there every day to school anyway, because the school was over there on 49, not on 96, the one that, whatever the one going up by our house.
So you walked 2 miles to school
Hmm.
and then 2 miles back home.
It might have been a little more,
Oh
two
my.
miles and a half.
Wow. And what if it was raining?
But if it was raining, you take your umbrella, put on a coat and take your umbrella.
What if it was snowing?
You stayed home. If it was bad.
Uh, what if it was hot?
Well, you just take a little piece of paper and go on.
Paper?
A little fan.
Oh, the fan.
Take a little fan with you if you need it.
So how many times did y'all miss school because it was too hot?
Oh, I don't know. Probably a whole lot of
Whole lot of what?
missing school
Why?
because of bad weather.
Oh, wasn't a lot, huh?
Yeah, probably
Oh,
so.
okay. Now tell me something funny that happened.
Funny.
Tell me something. Tell me a funny story that happened.
Well, I'm afraid of snakes.
Uh-huh.
And the children found out that I was afraid of snakes. So one day, when we were coming back home, some of the boys had killed a snake and put him in a tree. And when we were going home, they carried me to right close up to the tree and then said, "There's a snake." Scared me with that snake. He was a green snake. I don't care what he was, I was still scared of him. And they played the joke. That was the biggest joke I ever got.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Okay. That was it. You remember that snake, huh?
Yeah, I remember that snake.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Then after I got married to Roger, he did the same thing to me one night. I'm working up at Hopkins, working the evening shift and came home, got ready to go to bed for 11 o'clock. He done had a little artificial snake. He had been to the fair or something and got this little green snake and put him up under the pillow. And when I went to go to pull that cover back, there was that snake. Out the door I went. I went out that door flying. Rest and shirt, everything was upstairs. The apartment was upstairs. I said, playing. He said, "Martha, I thought you was kidding. I didn't know you were that scared of it." He said, "I'll never do that no more."
Oh. So that's why that time down the country when it was a snake behind the air conditioner, wasn't it?
Yep.
Tell me what happened on that.
Well, when Daddy died, my daddy died, and we were down there to get ready for the funeral and all. And we had bought this air conditioner and put it in the room where we sleep in. The air conditioner was sitting down in the floor there by the stem. You had a heater and you had a stem. So, it was in May. So he picked the air conditioner up out the floor, and just like that cabinet sitting right there, that snake was over behind that cabinet, and his head was up like that on this side where he put his name from. I said, "Wait a minute, Rod. Wait a minute." He said, "Oh, it ain't nothing." He saw it. He wasn't afraid, and he saw it. And he said, "Oh, come on, Martha, it ain't nothing." I looked back there. I say, "It's a snake," and I grabbed his coattail and down the steps we went. That was a moccasin, that brown snake. That wasn't no black snake, no green snake. It was a moccasin.
Mm.
And they were after rats, because you could hear the rats running up between the floors. But that's what they were. He was after rats. But Dad and them got him. They killed him. He had got downstairs and was gonna go across the yard.
Mm.
Yeah, but Dad had shot him.
Oh my! They shot him.
And you were the one said you was a little boy. You was a little boy. You said to Bill, "Mama, we can't stay here." Mama said, "Wait." Your mama said, "Well, what you gonna do?" "Going to the hotel." She said, "Well, you got the money?" And you had $1. You said, "I got $1."
Oh my!
Yeah, you about 7, 8 years old. Yeah, you said, "We can't stay here. We can't stay here."
Oh my! Yeah. Oh, tell me about music. Tell me about the music growing up. What kind of music did you listen to?
Spiritual.
Yeah.
Spiritual music.
Any favorite
And
groups?
I sang on the choir, senior choir number 2, until I had my knees done. That's when I stopped, because it was too much up and down. So I left the choir alone. Senior choir number 2. I was uh, president of the missionary 1 year, 2 years, 2 years. And then I was assistant secretary to the Sunday school once. So, and in Sunday school all the time. I was in Sunday school and still sit right here and listen at my Sunday school every Sunday.